Alright, so do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when I made a movie, a video? I don't make movies. Alright, do you guys remember a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, when I made a video about pedophiles and Netflix and Hollywood and, they're sexualizing children? I said that this movie, Cuties, is no good for business. But a lot of people, a lot of channels, a lot of media outlets decided to keep their mouths shut because they wanted to just wait and see. They wanted to wait and see if it was just the marketing, if it was just poor marketing. They didn't mean to market it as pedophilia. It was an accident. So people, they didn't, jump the gun, as they will. Jump the shark. Is it jump the gun or jump the shark? I always get those two confused. I don't even know if they should be confused, because it's either one or the other. My point is, they jumped something. A lot of YouTube personalities and a lot of, journalists, they were hush-hush. They were quiet, because they didn't want to, look stupid in case the movie... Man, that last bong rip is still getting me. They don't want to... What were we talking about? Fuck! Oh yes, that's right. They didn't want to look stupid in case the movie was a good movie. In case the movie, really wasn't about pedophiles or sexualizing children. They wanted to just hold back and just, on their opinions. And, it turns out I was right the whole time. Yep, that's right. Darth News from the very beginning called this bullshit out for what it was. I was like, no sir, this is pedophilia, and this is not okay. Not on my watch. Hey, where's my watch? And I was like, no sir. Not on my watch. God damn it. I stuck by my guns the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I never deterred once. That's right, I knew the whole damn time this movie was nothing more than a diddler's heaven. Meaning that, you could watch Netflix in the privacy of your own home, and I'm not kidding. I knew the whole time this is what was going to happen. I knew the whole time. I knew the whole goddamn time, and not only did I know, I was correct. And now it's too late. I'm sorry, but you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. It's impossible. You can't, separate the ketchup from the fucking, mayonnaise. Once it's all stirred up, it's pink. It turns pink. You can't unpink it. It's permanently pink until it rots. But that's because it's biodegradable, and that happens. But I was right about this movie the whole damn time. There we go. Much better, right? Isn't that so much better? Let's take it back. But I was so right about this movie the whole damn time. Not bad, huh? The whole time, I knew the whole time that this movie was for old, I don't know. I don't know any pedophiles, so I don't know how old they are, but for diddlers. This movie was made for diddlers. That's what I'm trying to say. And I said it. Great, moving on. Oh, I'm sorry, what's that? The critics say that this movie was actually a message against sexualizing children? I mean, goddamn, well, why didn't you say so? Because I'm a little bit confused, the fact that you would mix, children with your message, why? So hold on, let's take it back. So you're telling me the message is you want to sexualize children to let people know that you should not sexualize children. Am I correct? I'm correct. Don't even speak. This is seriously super awkward. You're I mean, this is more than awkward. This is embarrassing. This is disgraceful, disrespectful, despicable. It's despicable. It is. When we're talking about kids, there's no jokes. I may be a little bit flamboyant with how I speak. When we're talking about kids, there's no jokes. No jokes here. This is some fucked up shit. These pedophile producers and these pedophile directors and every goddamn pedophile in the whole Hollywood. I'm talking to all of you. Yes, you too, Orlando Bloom. I mean, I don't know if you're a pedophile, but there's a high probability you could be a pedophile. I mean, I'm pretty sure Tobey Maguire's a pedophile. That's why he hasn't been doing any movies. He's just been fucking little kids for the last 7-8 years. What was his last movie? Brothers? Man, no. Alright, I'm totally kidding. Tobey Maguire is not a pedophile. But who is a pedophile are the people running Netflix and the people that are directing these kind of pedo movies. They're making these pedophile movies for the mainstream. They are normalizing, sexualizing children. That's what they're doing. There's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like that. That's what's happening. They're sexualizing children, and they're saying that the movie is supposed to send a message that you shouldn't sexualize children. Yet you're sexualizing them to explain the message that you shouldn't sexualize kids. This whole thing is backwards, and it's a little bit nauseating. I'm getting a little bit dizzy. I feel like I drank like a whole fifth of Captain Morgan, and I hate rum. But that's what this whole that. I knew this movie. I knew this movie was not going to be pretty, and I was right. I was right. This movie 100% sexualizes, and not just it doesn't just sexualize children. It promotes the sexualization of children. Even if the message is you shouldn't sexualize children, there's going to be so many little girls that are like, oh my god, did you see Cuties? Did you see that movie? I want to fucking twerk that, pop that pussy. Yeah, you're sending a bad message, and it's a very bad influence. And this kind of shit is addictive. You know, like being a rebellious person of youth is it's appealing. You know, it's very appealing to be a rebel. So to see these children promoting to other children that they should rebel against the conservative values of how about you don't fuck before you're 16 at least? Now the movie isn't just sending the message to other children that they should rebel against their conservative parents. That fucking, you know, that fascist tyranny of a household being, you know, held together by values and morals and structure and rules. Like, I mean, like, a marriage doesn't last 70 years or until death do us part because of fucking magic. Because you said a couple I do's. Because you spent, you know, your entire fucking fortune on a ring that you know she's never gonna wear unless it's to a fancy party. I mean, it's not as easy as just saying, abracadabra, I won a pink Rolls Royce. 2026. It's not even made yet, but I want that. I want it. These creepy pedophiles, they literally think that they're sending a message to the youth that they shouldn't, you know, allow themselves to be sexualized. That's you know, that's rich. That's real. That's real. That's real. I mean, like, ha. These Hollywood and studio executive elites know for a fact that their audience is not watching it for the message. They're watching it for the fucking cum shot. I know that sounds gross. We're talking about children. It's not a joke. This is what's happening. Why else would this movie be rated TVMA? Why? Okay, well, at Sundance, it was rated NC-17, which is like way more hardcore than any kind of R rating. This is like adult content. You think my content's adult? This shit is literally like the fucking, like, elementary compared to Cuties. Has anybody actually taken a second to ask themselves, why is this movie rated TVMA or NC-17? And it's starring, like, it's literally starring 11-year-olds? Has anybody asked the simple question as to why? Why is a movie starring 11 fucking year olds rated TVMA? Well, I mean, the movie's out, so we know why, but why do you think they allowed this to happen? They literally told these young girls, these actresses, these 10 and 11-year-old girls, just be sexual. It's for the movie. It's for the art. It's for the art of the movie. Be artistic and be slutty. Don't worry, you're 11. You just got your nipples. You're good. You're basically an adult. You haven't had your period yet? Don't worry. My friend Mike here, he's gonna come over here and make sure you get that. You know what I mean? This is what it feels like. It feels very awkward. It feels forced. It feels juvenile. It feels pedophile. It feels... There's so many wrong feelings about this movie, and especially surrounding the critics that gave it a 90%, 92%. I'll check it out in a second, but it's in the 90s. Rotten Tomatoes gave it in the 90s. Now the IMDb score is like a 1.6 out of 10, which is right where it should be, in the dumpster. It should be forgotten. This should be a movie that never should have been made, but since it was made, we have to do our best to make sure it's never seen again. So we should continue to boycott Netflix. As a matter of fact, just to update all of you, I have deleted my Netflix account, and to be honest, I feel kind of liberated. I feel like I'm not... Alright, well, that's true. Okay, well, let me be honest with you. I said I was going to delete my Netflix account the last video I made about Cuties. I didn't. I know, I'm an asshole. I'm a liar. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a demon. But hey, here's the thing. I didn't delete the account because I had to finish watching Hannibal. I had one more season to get through, and it took me forever to get through it, even though I loved it. So I had to finish Hannibal. But now that I finished Hannibal, and now that this movie has been released on Netflix, okay, well this is what's really weird, right? They canceled Hannibal. One of the most fucking artistically impeccable, brilliantly fucking... One of the most brilliant shows ever put on the fucking screen. And you're gonna cancel that? You're gonna cancel fucking Hannibal and you're gonna just give us some pedophile fucking jerk-off dream? I'm not gonna waste, my time getting into the little details of the movie because I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. But I've listened to enough reviews of it, of people that did what I will not do, which is watch this fucking... Ugh. I'm sure there's a few good moments in the movie, okay? There's always going to be the redeeming qualities of a film. But the overall message is 100% loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. Basically, fuck your cousins, fuck your nephews, fuck your grandkids, fuck your children. Basically, fuck kids is the message I'm getting. You're having a 12-year-old, an 11-year-old in the movie. It's a movie. Don't worry. It's a movie. It's not real. It's not real. You have an 11-year-old. Take a picture of her fucking vagina. We're talking about 11-year-olds, so I don't want to. It's just an 11-year-old takes a of her bits and posts it to Instagram. All right, for my adult viewers, I'm just gonna say it. Hollywood literally approved a script, the production, the set, the blocking. The parents approved this. Everyone approved. A child. Look, movie or not, fake or not, script or no script, doesn't matter. This is wrong. You're having a child who is actually a child. Essentially these infants, they are babies. They are babies. They're gonna get eaten alive. They're gonna get eaten alive for the rest of their lives because of this decision to be in this movie. The point is, real or fake doesn't matter. Movie or no movie. You have an 11-year-old on camera take a picture of her vagina and then post it to social media? It grosses me out to think about how many perverted people would hear that and be like, oh, get on Instagram right now. Stop normalizing pedophilia. It's not a sexual orientation. It's not something that you should just want to do. When you're a kid, you're 6, 7, 8, and you're around other 6, 7, 8-year-olds, that's different. But you grow out of that shit. And some people just never grow out of it. Some people just want to fuck kids forever. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Did I go too far? I mean, I don't even want to get into this conversation. There's this whole documentary on Netflix, I think, about pedophilia, and how they're saying there's a group of people in a suburb, it's a neighborhood, but it's a big fucking neighborhood, but it's a neighborhood only of child or sexual offenders, essentially. A lot of them are pedophiles, majority of them, but there's a lot of them that are just sexual offenders. But my point is, they're all in this community of sexual offenders, in this, neighborhood of pedophiles, basically, are apparently, allegedly, according to the pedophiles, out of their own mouths, they say that they've never actually, sexually assaulted a child. They just have these thoughts. They admit to having, thoughts about children, but they've never acted on them. That doesn't fly with me. I don't care if you act on them or not. It's the fact that you're thinking about it. The fact that you're thinking about it makes it real. It kind of makes it a whole lot more real, a lot more serious. The situation just gets way more serious when you tell me you're thinking about fucking my child. Whether you fucked my, I don't have a kid, but whether you diddled a kid or you're talking about diddling a kid, it doesn't matter. My point is, it doesn't matter. I understand that there's, pedo sympathizers out there. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those sympathizers. Okay? I'm the oldest of all of my siblings. I have 3 little sisters. And I'm the only brother. I'm the only, I have this protective trait about me. It's a characteristic that I can't shake. I just can't shake it. I feel protective, not only over my own family, but over strangers. So this kind of rhetoric ain't gonna fly around here. Okay, it just won't. Pedophilia is pedophilia. Whether you're thinking about it or you're doing it, you're a pedophile. I know we're getting a real dicey, territory. It's like, well, he didn't actually, diddle the kid, but he thought. Whole community of people think that they are justified because they didn't actually follow through with raping a child. Because they didn't actually rape a child, but they got caught, but they didn't get, they didn't do it, but they got caught. They got caught, in a no-no zone. But because they didn't do it, they're innocent. I guarantee you, if I was in the pedophile's shoes, if I was a pedophile, I would be like, no, of course, if you were, but I'm not going to walk a mile in a pedophile's shoes. And thank God, not only, I thank God every day that I am not a pedophile. Well, I don't thank him every day. I mean, I don't really think about it because I'm not a pedophile, but I thank God that, I don't have that curse of, I like little kids. No. No. I love little kids. I love playing with them. I love living, vicariously through them and, reliving my childhood. I'm not trying to fuck a kid. I'm just trying to, push them on a swing. Big difference. But my point, the point is always, I'm not here to shit. Fuck your points. We'll get to the point eventually. This movie has kids twerking in sexual positions. They're getting in sexual poses. They're doing sexual things on camera, on film, which is forever. So these 11-year-olds, when I was 11, I was doing fucking karate. Hold on. I was doing karate. I was breaking boards. And I was, masturbating to Playboys. I didn't even have fucking internet. Why do these studio executives have to get so explicit with the graphics and the visualizations? Isn't there another way to get your message across without being so graphic and inappropriate? Netflix and the director are saying that this movie is supposed to be sending a message. I guess a message only to adults. The movie's made for kids, right? It's meant to teach kids about coming of age, yet it's TVMA, so kids aren't allowed to watch it. So this is obviously only specifically for grown-ups to masturbate to in their little fucking. I don't know. This movie is made for pedophiles. Boom! End of conversation. I just don't understand how the mother of this 11-year-old actress thought it was a good idea for her 11-year-old daughter to take a reverse dick pic of her cooter and post it to social media for a movie. How is that good parenting? Kids these days, man, they're attention whores. They thrive. I mean, ever since the birth of social media, these kids. I understand a little bit because I do YouTube and shit. I get the rush of getting a like this video. I get it, but these kids are brainwashed into doing whatever it takes to get those likes, get those views, and it's being pushed and encouraged through Hollywood, which is the most impactful and powerful medium that these kids have. The world has. I mean, maybe I drank a little too much and I didn't prepare for this video at all. But the point is, I should make a shirt that says "The point is." That should be the new t-shirt. Darth News, and on the back, "The point is." I like it. I like it a lot. The point is that... What's the point? God damn it. The worst point about this whole thing is, towards the end of the film, as I've read, I did not watch the movie. I've read on it, and I watched my reviews. Towards the end of the film, the main character tries to fucking murder somebody. The main character, the black chick, who apparently has no emotions, no sympathy, no remorse, she's a sociopath. She's literally an Amber Heard, but in a 4'6" black skinny girl version. Basically, yes. But the writers actually had the main character try to murder a bitch just so she could dance with her friends. Literally, murder a bitch. And the best part is, get that right? Are you ready, kids? I hope all of you kids under the age of 10 are paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm kidding. There should be nobody under the age of fucking 18 here. I'm for sure. The point is, the point I'm trying to make, the point I was going to make, the point we're on the road to making is the main character that we've been following through the whole movie tries to murder somebody, and guess what? There's no consequences at all. No consequences. Can you believe that? You can try to murder your friend and there'll be no consequences. That's what this movie is teaching you. Like, literally, she didn't have to fucking make any kind of amends. She didn't have to say sorry. Nothing. She tried to murder a bitch. An 11-year-old. And not to mention all the, innuendo scenes where there's adults googly-goggly fucking eyeballing these little kids. Ugh. I don't even want to get into the specific scenes. To be honest, I watched Nerdette's newsstand. Nerdette, what's going on, sweetheart? You're doing a... I should stop drinking. You're doing a great job, Nerdette. That's what I want to say. You're doing a fantastic job, and I don't know why your most recent Cuties video doesn't have more than 5,000 views. People, go to Nerdette's newsstand right now. That's what you'll get your more articulate information there. Here, you're going to get your, I don't know what I'm talking about. Darth News is fucking on drugs. Yeah. He just keeps buying all that cocaine, you know what I mean, man? Anyway, I wasted enough of your time. You wasted enough of my time, that's for damn sure. So, until next time, please don't forget to pull out. That is POOL, unless you're trying to have some babies. And let that shit soak. You know what? Once that shit goes limp, you let it just soak, baby. You gotta let it marinate. If you wanna let it fertilize, if you're trying to have babies, I always tell you to pull out, but I know, the art of leaving it in as well. I know the art of pulling out, and I know the art of leaving it in. And the art of leaving it in says you have to leave it in for at least an hour and 21 minutes exactly after you have ejaculated. Anyway, but besides all that nonsense, if you enjoyed my content even a little bit, then please, consider sharing, subscribing. And if you've done all those things and you really want to, continue to support me, which is almost unheard of, well, unless you haven't heard of www.patreon.com/darknews, where you can go support me as little as $1 a month. It goes a long way. Or if you don't want to, do the monthly donation, you gotta bullshit, that's fine. That's totally fine. You can knock 12 months out the way with one purchase and go ahead and buy some Dark News. I don't know where my hoodie... I have merch somewhere. But if you buy the merch, I can promise I will find it and I will ship it to you. That way you can, continue to rep Dark News forever, and I can get, free advertising forever. But if you don't want to do any of those things, then you go ahead and dislike the video. I don't give a fuck. It's just a bunch of clicks and shit, like, dislike. Fuck, I don't care. I'm already crazy as is. I mean, I amp it up to about a 10 when I put the mask on. Have you seen the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey? That's basically what happens to me. I think my sister is stomping around. Fuck it, she's just being a fat ass. I guarantee you she's getting a bowl of fucking ice cream or cereal. Yes, Applejack. No, she eats cereal in the middle of the night. It's super weird. Like, in the middle of the night, I usually have a craving for a pickle. For some reason, she wants cereal, like in milk. It's like, ooh, why? Why not just get a pickle? A pickle hits the spot every time. If you want to put a pickle inside of a bun, oh boy. You put a pickle inside of a bun, and you put the goddamn mayonnaise over the pickle, you just start chowing down. It's so good. This is not considered overtime. As a matter of fact, it's not. No, it's not. So we're going to wrap this up right now before we actually have to go into overtime. Anyway, please don't be a pedophile. Please don't watch Cuties. Unless you already have, for the sake of making a video, then I respect you for doing so, because I won't. Because I don't even want to be introduced to the idea of sexualizing children. I mean, I've already been introduced, but I don't want to be indoctrinated. You know what I mean? So, fuck that movie. I'm never gonna watch it. And this is my review. Fuck Cuties, and fuck you if you watched it and you liked it. If you enjoyed Cuties, I'm going to call you a pedophile from now to the day you die. Yeah, and believe it or not, yeah, if that doesn't piss you off enough, I'm talking to pedophiles, but of course, but if that doesn't trigger, you enough, guess what? Guess what? So with that said, I can tell you for a fact that Alyssa Rosenberg, I'm talking to you, Alyssa, you're a pedophile, and for the rest of your waking life, I'm going to make sure that you are always known as a pedophile. Hope that doesn't offend you, but you offended me by supporting pedophilia. So I want to, to every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Am I wrong? You're a pedophile. You defend a pedophile movie, in turn, you're a pedophile. Just the way I see it. You see, CNN and MSNBC and all these radical lefty organizations want you to think that it's not so bad. Just give it a little taste. Give the movie a little taste, and I promise you'll like it. No, they did. They said that. I swear to God, they said give it a try and you'll like it. Or there's a lot. I don't know. Can we read the article? Let's read the Applejack. Hit it. We are over here at the Washington Post. That's right. We're at the Washington Post, where they are supporting pedophilia. What do you know? The title reads, "The people freaking out about Cuties should try it. They might find a lot to like." Yeah. If you're into diddling little fucking kids, what else are we talking about here? I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and read what these pedophiles have to say about the movie. This article is written by Alyssa Rosenberg, who is our #1 pedophile for the Washington Post. She says, and I quote, "If I had the power to issue a single directorial edict, it would be this. If you want to talk nonsense about a movie on the internet, then you have to prove that you've actually seen it." I'm sorry, so do I have to prove that I looked at child porn in order to tell you that this movie is a fucking pile of shit and it's inappropriate and it should not be seen by anybody ever? Is that what you're saying? I have to watch the child porn in order to tell you that you shouldn't watch it? This is fucked up, man. She goes on to say, and I quote, "My fantasy proclamation came to mind amid the recent blow-up over the Netflix premiere of Cuties. The I don't speak fucking French movie follows the 11-year-old Senegalese. The movie follows a fucking 11-year-old immigrant named Amy, Fathia Yusuf Al-Badabadi, who becomes friendly with a group of girls at her French middle school and joins them in training for the dance competition. Now, the internet uproar over Cuties originated with the Netflix poster promoting it. That's right, that sexualized poster of all the girls in their booty shorts just being super underage and super sexualized. Totally worked. It made sense. It was all just marketing. Anyway,
we go on to say, which provided little sense of the film's nuances. So apparently the poster provided little sense to what was really going on in the movie, because remember the nuances. Remember, there's a lot of nuance when it comes to pedophilia. Please remember this. When it comes to diddling kids, if you want to be, the next, was it Jacob from, what was his name from Subway? Jared. If you want to be the next Jared from Subway, then you need to listen close. Watch this movie and listen to what all the critics are saying, and you'll be on your way to prison, I guess. And we're getting way off topic here. Anyway, almost certainly sight unseen for inappropriately sexualizing a young black girl. The conversation, including calls for a Netflix boycott, has only gotten more hysterical since. That's right, some conservatives, oh my goodness, can you believe, some conservatives, fucking conservatives, those assholes, those goddamn bigots. Well, some conservatives, among them, the Judicial Watch head Tom Fitton, tried to use the controversy to impugn the moral of former United Nations ambassador and current Netflix board member Susan Rice, and, that's right, in case you didn't know, Barack and Michelle Obama, who have a production deal with Netflix. Not only do they have a production deal, they are on the board of Netflix. Can someone please tell me why? Please, can someone please tell me why Barack and Michelle Obama have a place on the board of Netflix? Why are they board members? Are they the ones who say what gets to go and what gets to leave on Netflix? Probably. I'm sure they have some kind of voting power. Why is this movie being promoted? Because they're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles, and Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, and he's the director of this movie. That's the truth. Don't kill me. If I don't make a video tomorrow, that means I've been killed. That means the government killed me. So these pedophile shills go on to say, Cuties, the actual movie, not the exaggerated version of it, the dark exaggerated version of it anyway, is a film about how difficult it is to become a girl when your role models take you from one extreme to another. And they say at home, Amy's mother Miriam takes her to a prayer circle where the women are told that evil resides in the, quote, bodies of the uncovered women. Miriam and Amy both struggle with Amy's father's decision to take another life, while Miriam tries to force herself to accept the arrangement with grace. Amy rebels against her tantes demand that Amy do much of the cooking for her father's second wedding. They say, quote, Cuties suggests that there is real beauty in traditions such as pedophilia. Miriam and Tante want to pass down the pedophilia gene to Amy, especially in the way that blah 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 shoots the older women's clothes and prayer scenes. But the movie is clear-eyed about pedophilia and why Amy is nothing to do with the version of pedophilia of womanhood when that to her seems to be more defined by humiliation of being a pedophile and drudgery, and of course being a pedophile. But in being a pedophile, she rebels against the austere vision of femininity. Though Amy careens onto a secular path that carries its own risks, when Amy spots Angelica dancing with joy and abandoned in the laundry. I gotta stop drinking so much goddamn wine. And abandoned in the laundry room of the public housing complex, Amy is then drawn to the other girl's sense of physical freedom. She wants to be free. She wants to be a slut. She's 11. She needs that fucking freedom. But once you have your freedom, you've got to figure out how to use it wisely, of course. And of course, they would say taking a picture of your cooter and then posting it to Instagram would be the number one way to do so.
Put this hat on. No, hold on. Yeah, there we go. So if I put the hat on, do I look more like a pedophile if I put it on? Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to, whatever Joe Biden did, I want to master, because he perfected being a pedophile, and I don't know. I mean, he did it like under the radar. So I figured if I put this hat on, it would make me more of a pedophile, because little kids are gonna be like, "Oh my God, your hat! It says hello," and I'll be like, "Yes, hello there, little boys. Come to my candy land. I have a bunch of treasures for you." Well, that sucks because I just bought this hat and I don't want it to feel like it's my pedophile hat. It's 100% not my. It's not a pedophile hat. It's a nice hat. I actually bought this hat off of okay, yeah, we're in OT. I bought this hat off of an Instagram ad. Yep, I've never in my entire life as a human being spent any money ever on Instagram or from an ad on Instagram, but I did do that. I did do that. But I was here's the catch. I was told that I could customize what it says, right? If I wanted to like put Darth News, I could put Darth News on it. But when it came from a fucking box that was like it came from China. I'm not racist. It came from fucking China. No instructions. None at all. Didn't even come in a plastic baggie or a piece of paper to cut. Nothing. It came like this in a fucking cardboard box with no instructions. And on the website, it says that you can customize whatever you want. You can have it say whatever you want. Well, you see this? There's a little button you push right here. This button makes it say like three or four different things. Like I love you, I miss you, welcome, power on, power off. And Joe Biden is a pedophile. I think it says hello. Sorry, I thought I said pedophile. Joe Biden was a pedophile. But anyway, I was told that this could say whatever I wanted to say. But of course, the goddamn thing came from China. But if we just got those jobs reallocated over here to the good old US of A, then perhaps the next time I order one of these cool hats, it'll come with some instructions. And I don't have to Google it, because when I Google it, it's just fucking Chinese, and I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak that. I speak English. I speak English. So if you speak English, then please consider if you're Chinese and you speak English, maybe let me know. I'll send you the website and you can try to translate how I can make this say Darth News, because I really want this hat to say Darth News. To be honest, that's the only goddamn reason I bought this hat, was so it would say Darth News. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but someone in my last video said that they liked my penmanship. Have you seen my signature? It's so bad. This is no penmanship. Like, I hope you know. Like, this is a fucking blanket. Yeah, this is like one of those really like fuzzy blankets that like a plush blanket that you buy at a Walgreens or a CVS or a Target or a Ross. I love Ross. They have the good smelly candles and the soft fluffy pillows. I love Ross. Or TJ Maxx. Anyway, it's one of those, microfiber blankets. I use 10 pins. I use 10 thumbtacks. I pin this bitch up. And then I went against the grain, and I drew the Darth News logo. I mean, it's temporary. It's meant to be changed. But I guess my point is, hey, thank you for the compliment. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I got nothing else to say. Like, share, subscribe. I already said that. Fuck. MAGA 2020? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, we got one person. Great. Yes, what's her name? Don Jr. Oh. Aren't you his son? You don't count. I'm so sorry. No, my vote counts.